everyone, and thanks for joining us. Today, we're back with singer, songwriter, and author Ann Buckle. Hey, Ann, welcome back.
Hey, thanks for having me back.
Thanks for joining us. And today, I want to talk all about press with you. So, do you have any tips for reaching out to press?
Oh, wow. Still learning all this. Yeah, just go for it. Just go for it. Sometimes I go for it as myself and it works. Sometimes people do the trick where they reach out as a manager and you're not actually a manager. It's you just saying you're the manager. But sometimes that can help. Just try anything and everything. The worst thing that can happen is they don't reply back or they say no. Um, I've worked with a press person before that I paid money to get some articles and like a publicist, and it just really wasn't really worth the money. I don't think I got that much. I think you can get just as much on your own. So cold call emails, keep them short, keep them snappy, get a really good title on your email that you're sending that's interesting and captivating. I don't know if that's helpful. I'm still figuring this out myself, but just go for it. Don't be afraid and just know you're not going to hear back from 90% of the people you write to.
Yeah, I think that's the reality of it. And that is really helpful. Do you have any tips for authors on how to handle media channels, contacting them, but also if you need to set up an interview or follow up feedback, all that?
Yeah, I've had a little bit of success with my music being on local news channels, and it's usually just come from somebody that I know who's there, reaching out to them and asking if there's any opportunity to be on to promote my project. And sometimes you hear back and sometimes you don't.
And how would you say that you handle prepping for these press interviews and media interviews?
Every time I have any kind of interview, I like to just be conscious of what is it that I want the viewers to take away. So even throughout our podcast, I really want people to know I have a book and an album. So making sure that I'm mentioning that and weaving it into whenever there are questions, just trying to relate whatever my key thing is. Everybody has so many things going on. You don't want to try to fit everything you're doing into one interview, but think about what are the key things that this quarter I'm focused on promoting, and let me make sure that I work them in. You never want to leave an interview being like, oh man, I really wish I would have talked about my album. So talk about your album.
And how would you say that you combine promoting your new children's book with your music tour?
Oh, they go really well together because the song that the book is based on is on the album. So it's a nice cross promotional thing. Every show I'm playing now, I'm playing the song that the book is based on, and it's just a really natural fit. The only thing I'm struggling with, to be totally transparent, I kind of figured people would want to buy the book and the album, but they're mostly just buying the book and not the album. So that's something I think that I would maybe rethink if I were to do it again, is only having one product to sell per engagement versus trying to sell multiple things. I think you might have more success. Like had I released my album a year ago and just focused on that, and then this year just the book, I think I might have had better sales success, but I'm still learning and figuring that out as I go.
Where does most of your listenership come from?
Most of them come from Spotify. That's kind of been the platform I do the best on. And streaming royalties aren't very high, just so that the average listener knows. About 1 million streams is about $4,000 in royalties, but that's split between the co-writers and the publishers and the producers. So by the time you actually get your check, it's not that big. And 1 million streams is no easy feat. So I know when I was at a children's book conference lately, people were complaining about the $1.50 royalty they get per book or whatever. And I was like, wow, our streaming rate is like 0.0003 cents per stream. Like
Right.
$1.50 sounds pretty good. So music's kind of a hard world to make money in right now, which is why you see so many musicians doing additional things, whether it's selling merch or touring or having their own TV show. People are trying to find different ways to get the revenue.
Well, and speaking of being creative, just like you maybe sell online and at bigger bookstores, you also play at bigger venues and smaller venues. How does playing at smaller local venues, especially in your location, help you acquire more fans, listeners, and readers?
Nashville is a great town because we're full of tourists and people come to listen to live original music. So, in fact, this weekend I'm playing at the Bluebird Cafe, and it's a 100-person venue, and almost every time it's people from out of town, and it's a great way to grow a fan base because they're so excited to meet new artists who are up and coming. So I'm actually, this will be my first Bluebird show that I've had my children's book at, and so I can't wait to see how they respond to it and if I get some good sales.
That's all the time we have for today. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to today's interview with singer, songwriter, and author Anne Buckle. Be sure to check out our website for more videos. Wishing you all a fulfilling and successful writing journey.